Hello and welcome to Backstage Buzz at the MAC, where you get the inside story on the art scene right from the directors and creators of the shows. I'm Diana Martinez, and on today's episode, we're looking ahead to the summer and next season. A little later in the show, Amelia Barrett will give us the inside scoop on the summer's touring college theater production of Goldie's Big Next Adventure. She's directing and creating this family-friendly, choose-your-own-adventure-style play where no two shows are the same. Then I will chat with artistic director Connie Canaday Howard as she walks us through her plans for the next exciting season from Buffalo Theater Ensemble. But first up is the Maestro Kirk Muspratt, who is this year's recipient of the Illinois Council of Orchestras Award for Professional Conductor of the Year. He's here to talk a little bit about this well-deserved recognition, as well as give us a preview of New Philharmonic Orchestra's upcoming season. Welcome.
Thank you, Diana.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What an honor.
Yes, you can't call me Kirk anymore. You have to call me Conductor of the Year Kirk.
That's what I thought I would just say all the time.
I just saw Roland in the parking lot, and he said, hello, Kirk, and I said, no, you must call me Conductor.
Conductor of the Year.
Yeah, for another 360 days.
Oh,
yeah.
no, but who's counting?
I know, right?
You know, I think this honor is a little more special because it comes from your peers.
Oh, thank you.
You know, and when your peers are a bunch of conductors,
yeah,
that says a lot.
It is, and it is a wonderful honor, but as I said in the concerts recently, it's really about the teamwork of Paula and Ben and Karen and the orchestra and everybody on the production staff and all the marketing that we do, everything at the MAC, our audience, that makes me look good. You know, it really is. And there are a lot of fine conductors in Illinois and a lot of fine orchestras. So it is an honor, and I'm grateful for it.
Well, I read, I got a little backstage buzz on your award, and some of the reasons that you got it, they said, was you will call somebody who it's the first time they've been to the symphony, or you'll write them a note, or what you do with children and the young people's competition. It's all those little extra things that make you stand above the rest, you know, beyond your work as a conductor, beyond the programming, beyond trying to be aggressive with the programming, like doing 5 Beethoven symphonies.
Concerti, yeah.
Concertos in one night.
Yeah, yeah, and I do that, and you know, even this morning and late last night, I was answering emails still from the Beethoven concert. And I think anybody who takes the time to write to me or to write to the orchestra, they absolutely deserve an answer, and a personal answer. Like a lady the other day on the bus when we were going down to see this, she said to me, Kirk, concert was too long. And the people around her went, no, 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 no. And I said, please, no, we need that kind of feedback. Right. I need to know that you didn't like something, and let me sit down with you and talk to you about it. Tell me, you know, what would have been better. Because that's what we all need. We all need constructive criticism, and we all need to know what people love, so that when we're programming, we go, I talk to these people, and this is what they're looking for. This is what turns them on. This is what they want more of. So yes, being personal with people and making them feel part of the family, making them feel welcome at the MAC,
right,
and having their choice be, let's go to the concert at the MAC, is vital. It's integral to success in the 21st century. I
think, honestly, your biggest gift is how to introduce somebody, right? So when you're looking at next season and you're opening the season with Showboat and Show Tunes, right?
Yeah.
That's very accessible.
Absolutely.
Anybody would love that show.
It's gorgeous.
You don't have to be a master of the symphony to appreciate it. You're going to hear amazing singers from the lyric. You're going to hear all this great stuff. So what I think you're good at doing is you get them in, and then they're like, oh well, this is okay.
Sure, it's just like Macy's or somebody saying, here, come and get a free diamond ring. And you get in, or you go to Walgreens, free toothbrushes today. They get you in the store, and then you go, oh, I should buy blah 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 blah. So yeah, Showboat, Old Man River, Make Believe, Bill, Can't Help Loving That Man. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's fantastic. I'm getting goosebumps.
I know. I'm very looking forward to that.
I love this music. So then if I ask people, will you come and hear this cellist play Tchaikovsky and Rachmaninoff? If they trust you, they'll come back.
Yeah.
If they trust you.
And if they love the orchestra.
Oh, the orchestra's great.
Speaking of that.
Yes, go ahead.
Well, look at this.
I know.
What do we have laying here? Oh,
I know, just happened to be
The Orchestra of the Year.
Last year, we won Professional Orchestra of the Year.
Look
Yes,
at that.
Did we get that on all the cameras?
All the cameras.
Right, and we have our award right here, which I keep. I sleep with it. Okay, it's on my pillow. Yeah, so it's very precious to me.
Not too bad.
We have a wonderful orchestra, yeah. So we're lucky. We won 2 things in a row. We must be doing something right.
I think you're doing something right.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's go to the symphony shows next year. So you have Richard Herschel coming.
Yes.
Tell us about Richard.
Richard is an astonishing cellist of the elite, Chicago Symphony Orchestra cello section. The cellists in our orchestra adore him. He's an astonishing guy. He's going to play Rococo variations of Tchaikovsky. He's going to play the Vocalise of Rachmaninoff, which is usually for voice, but we have a transcription for cello and orchestra. And he's a lovely guy. And on the same concert, we're going to do a little bit of Sleeping Beauty, which, again, everybody loves, and with Disney and Sleeping Beauty.
Nice.
And then we're going to play Beethoven 4 after. So it's a gemischte thing, but it's a concert I would go to.
Well, I hope so. I hope you show up.
No, I always program things that I say,
Good.
I would go to that concert, and that's very interesting to me. If it's boring, then
Right.
no, I don't want to go. Yeah.
So the next show is New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
Always a wonderful night of pops and Viennese. And
Yeah, and afternoon and late afternoon and evening. We do 3. They're always sold out. And we have Alyssa Jordheim coming back, who was with us last year, and Corey Kreider, who was just in Traviata and sang New Year's Eve. As you said, I got a lot of positive reaction to these 2 people singing together. So I sat down with Paula and said, people loved it. Do it again. It's a winner.
Right.
Don't
mess with it.
No, if it's a Mustang, don't change it into an Edsel.
That's right.
Sell the Mustang.
And the last 2 shows are the opera, La Traviata, and then Winston Choi.
Fledermaus.
That's right. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. We have you thinking about Traviata. So
Fledermaus.
That's excellent. Okay.
Fledermaus.
Fledermaus. Yeah. And it's a wonderful, it's the queen of operettas. It's fun. It's it's a comedy. It's about the eternal battle of the sexes, and women are always smarter, and they always win, which they should. In every comedy they should. Lucy's way smarter than Ricky. Lucy's always in more trouble. So we want that. And we have wonderful singers coming to sing. They're going to kill.
Awesome.
And Kim is making beautiful costumes for us too. So. Should be fun.
It'll be beautiful.
Yeah.
And then you close your season with Winston Choi.
Winston, astonishing Winston, who's going to play the Saint-Saëns second concerto, a virtuoso, smash the piano with his. Guy's got technique. I don't even think he has to practice. He's amazing. Yeah. And then we're going to do the Rachmaninoff Second Symphony, which is ultra, molto, molto, molto passionate, romantic piece of all time.
Kirk Muspratt, Conductor of the Year, thank you for coming.
Thank you, Diana.
Thank you. We'll have you back so we can talk more about all these shows.
Great.
Don't miss out on your chance to witness any of these exciting upcoming concerts from the New Philharmonic. For more information on becoming a subscriber or to renew your existing subscription, visit the MAC box office or call 630-942-4000. You can also find more information at themac.org. 3 Lakeside Summer Nights are back starting July 12th. Bring a blanket, sample food from our vendors, and enjoy a night under the stars at one of these fantastic events coming soon. On July 12th, bring your whole family for the MAC's first free movie, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Admission is free, no golden ticket required. On July 13th, crowd favorite American English returns to appease your Beatlemania fever. Round up the pride and head to the pavilion on July 19th for Disney's The Lion King. On July 20th, New Philharmonic Orchestra will play their Summer Pops concert, featuring movie favorites, musical theater hits, and more. One of the best big bands in the country, Chicago Jazz Orchestra, kicks off WDCB's Jazz Series on July 26th. Celebrating the music of Bob Dylan, George Harrison, Roy Orbison, Tom Petty, and Jeff Lynne, Unraveling the Wilburys performs at the Lakeside Pavilion on July 27th. Frank Russell and the Chicago Power All-Star Band will pay a tribute to bass guitar and jazz on August 2nd. On August 3rd, Piano Men, a tribute to Billy Joel and Elton John, will hit the Pavilion stage. On August 9th, WDCB and the MAC will welcome multiple Grammy Award-winning jazz guitarist Joe Louis Walker. Finally, on August 10th, listen as Rick Michael plays homage to the music of one of the greatest singers of the 20th century in the show Sinatra Forever. Here to tell us more about the College Theater Family Show playing around the community throughout the summer and at the Lakeside Pavilion on July 14th and 15th is director Amelia Barrett. Welcome, Amelia.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, yeah.
So you do the show every summer that tours to the community.
I just happen to have done it for the last several years.
Okay.
But I have done it probably for the last 5, and it's my very favorite show.
Is it really?
It really is.
So this goes to libraries, park districts?
Exactly.
Anywhere
YMCA.
else? YMCA.
Mm-hmm. Here at the MAC.
And here at the MAC. And why do you do a touring show?
Oh, it's a wonderful experience, for the kids that are, I shouldn't say kids.
Students?
For the students that are in it, because they're getting ready to go on to another part of their careers, and that's what probably they'll be doing, and they'll probably be touring themselves exactly how we do it. And it's a great outreach to the community, so that if they couldn't get here to the MAC, they can come right to their community and see it and be part of it.
And so when the kids tour, they have to load the show in a bus or a van, go set it up, rehearse, restage,
put on any costume pieces that they didn't have on because they were having to set the stage, perform the show, do autographs for the kids that are seeing it, and then repack the van and take it back to the MAC and unload it and start again.
And you know, I don't think people realize when you first start in your career, that's what you're doing.
That's what you're doing.
It's not glamorous. There is no crew. You are the crew. You are the tour.
Exactly.
You know?
We've had so many students that have worked on tours like this after experiencing this, and they always say, thank you so much, I was so prepared for this. But oftentimes, you even do a one-person show. You go to an elementary school and you do, I don't know, something about Emily Dickinson or something, and then you reload your car and you go to the next school. So it's a great prep for them.
So tell us about the show.
So the great thing about this show is I don't know. Exactly. It's improvised. So all I know is the foundation.
Okay.
So it's called Goldie's Next Big Adventure. And the foundation of it is that it's Goldilocks running away from the 3 bears after she's destroyed their home and invaded their privacy. And she falls into another adventure. So
cute.
We're auditioning this weekend. And I'll know more when we start rehearsal because the students and I will build it together.
So you'll throw out situations and then they will improvise it and then you say, okay, we're going to keep this.
Exactly. And ultimately we have to have a really good theme, which is you learn boundaries, respect other people, what do you learn about yourself when you're going through this, but it should be fun while you're doing it. And the great part about this one that I'm very excited about is that our set designer and prop designer, who's Michael Moon, is building a die for us. And we're going to toss this big die to the audience and have the children choose what happens next.
Oh.
So we're going to have to rehearse several different things in the middle and to several different endings because we're going to have them decide what happens at each turn. So everywhere that we go, it'll be a little bit different.
Well, what does the die have? Numbers or?
Numbers. So we'll say, you know, I'm not sure because we have to create it. But we might say, is it number 1, number 2, number 3?
Got it.
Or we might say, does she fall on a banana peel? Does she fall on a Hershey bar? Does she?
Cute.
So I think that'll be
They'll
really
be a
fun.
part of it. That's awesome. And then the kids will learn how improv really works.
Exactly.
You know, they'll realize how spontaneous this is. That's really
fun.
Cute.
I'm really excited about it.
So you direct college theater as well. You're the professor of college theater. What other shows are you directing this year?
So we're doing, I'm directing Christmas Carol. And we'll go into auditions in August.
Okay.
And then that plays over Thanksgiving weekend. And then we'll have separate auditions for children because we cast community children in alongside the college students.
And can anybody audition for this?
Anybody can audition for it, and once you're cast, you become a student because
Oh, nice.
you take the show as your class.
Okay. And is it during the day, the rehearsals?
The rehearsals are usually at night.
Okay.
They're generally 7 to 10, 7 to 10:30.
Oh, fun. So people in the community could audition, see if they get in, and if they get in,
Absolutely.
they take the class.
And it's a great experience
That's
not
so
only
nice.
for our students, but for community people to realize all the commitment that goes into a rehearsal, all the bonding that goes into a rehearsal. And we perform it in the Belushi for, I don't know, is it between 500 and 800 people every time?
Every time. 800 at least.
At least. And people love it. They come back year after year. We were teasing about it when we were talking about doing Christmas Carol this year, that we should have a reunion of all of the Tiny Tins that have played it in the past.
That would be fun.
It would be fun.
So, Amelia, for Christmas Carol, I know you like to twist things up. Are you going to twist it up?
No, not this one.
Not this one.
This one.
This is the regular
This is the
Christmas
regular
Carol.
Christmas
okay.
Carol.
Are you going to do it with like ghosts or something? Like
There are
everybody's a ghost.
That would be funny. It was like, and then I woke up from my dream, and here I was. Now this is the script. Classic, and it's adapted by Bill Norris for us, and he's done it for many, many years for us. He always changes it slightly though every year for us.
And it's 90 minutes, which I love for families. It's not like you have to have your kids sit there for 3 hours.
Exactly.
It's short and it's well done, and the set's beautiful.
Gorgeous, and it's huge, and it takes up the whole Belushi space.
I love it.
And they do 2 shows on Saturdays and 2 shows on Sundays, and a show on Friday night, and we fly things in, and you have smoke, and we have ghosts, and it's a ball. People love it.
Well, that will be exciting. And then what's your other show you're directing?
I'm directing 1984 in the spring.
Yikes.
So
That's a big project.
It is a huge project, but I think it's actually, with all of the stuff that's going on in television right now, it's this dystopian universe. I think it's going to be a real crowd pleaser, actually.
I think so, and real timely and
very timely. And I think a lot of the high schools and maybe grammar schools are studying 1984. So
Really?
It'll be a good thing to write a study guide for and to have post-show discussions for. It'll be a good engagement tool for the community.
for everybody. It sounds like you have an exciting year planned.
It'll be fun.
It will be fun. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks.
Goldie's next big adventure will be at the Lakeside Pavilion on Saturday, July 14th and Sunday, July 15th at 5 p.m. This show is free and interactive, so bring a blanket and your imagination for an hour of family fun. Be sure to visit the Cleve Carney Art Gallery between June 1st and July 28th for one. This second annual Emerging Artist exhibit features the work of regional early career artists who are making their mark in the contemporary art world. For more information, visit clevecarneygallery.org. Connie Canaday Howard is one of my go-to guests for updates on the world of theater at the MAC. She's back on the show today to give us an update on the next year for Buffalo Theater Ensemble season. Welcome back, Connie.
Thank you.
Well, it's an exciting day. The board approved 2 more years.
Yes, it is.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. Everybody worked really hard, so.
We're all relieved and we're all really happy. So now we can start talking about next season.
Yes.
And announcing it.
Yes.
So let's hear it. What do you
Okay.
have?
So our first show in the fall is called The Ding Dong.
I just happen to have this.
Excellent. Or How the French Kiss. And it's an adaptation by Mark Shanahan. We're the Chicago premiere of the show. And his is an adaptation of Feydeau's farce Le Ding Dong. So it is a fabulous script that features 5 actors playing 13 roles in very extreme and improbable conditions. It's set in France, and it's
About affairs, isn't it?
yeah, it's about a husband and wife who are happily married and all of the people who would like to be with them, and the antics that happen when they start to not trust one another and ultimately realize how deeply committed they each are to each other. So it's it involves people from other countries coming in and all kinds of antics. Typical farce where the audience knows more than the characters do at any given time. It'll be a blast. It'll be a blast.
Good. Are you directing that one?
I am.
Good. Are you? That's you're good at the farces, and you love those, don't you?
I love farces, although I love lots of things.
Sure.
But yes, I love farces. And Robert Bailey from the Ensemble and Kelly Walker are in it.
Nice.
And the other roles aren't cast yet. And we are building our production team right now. Pauline Olexi, who is designing a beautiful set for Outside Mullinger right now that's about to open, is going to design this one. Chris Cruz is doing original music for it, which will be hysterical. Rachel Lambert is doing costuming, and the other positions are still open. They've been offered but not confirmed, so it will be a hoot.
I'm looking forward to that one. I'm also really looking forward to Defiance, because that is written by the same author who wrote Doubt, and I love that play.
Yes.
So tell us about Defiance.
Defiance is set in 1971. It's on a base,
military
a military
base.
And it's about the chief in command is experiencing, with people coming back from Vietnam, is experiencing some racial tension. He is white, and he decides to promote a younger officer to his second in command, who is African American. And that man doesn't particularly want the promotion, but realizes that it is the best thing to do. And then several things happen. The piece is about lots of things. It's about communication and relationship and race and class structure, socioeconomic structure, gender, things. It is a beautiful piece.
And challenging those things, right? He challenges that.
It is.
So he's stuck between, do I say anything?
Correct.
Or do the right thing.
Correct.
And I just got this promotion.
Correct.
Which we've all been in those situations, I think, at some point. Well, not really, but you have those thoughts.
Similar things, though. I mean, you have where what's the right thing to do, but it's at great cost.
Yeah.
So can you do the right thing? And ultimately, everybody in the play ultimately does the right thing.
Good.
But with great consequence. So.
That'll be a good one.
It'll be great. Kurt Nabig, our ensemble member, is directing. Robert Bailey's in this one again, and Brian Burke is in this one, and the other roles are still to be cast. That production team is being built too. It's a gorgeous piece.
And it's only 90 minutes, which is nice.
Very fast-paced.
Very fast. And you close with Miracle on South Division, which I think sounds like a hoot.
Oh, it is. It is a heartwarming story about family, really, and about even, when the going gets tough and you want to really slay the people that you love, ultimately it's those people that help you become stronger and more grounded. It's an older adult mom and her adult children, and her father has had this memorial built to the Virgin Mary. And it became sort of a shrine in Buffalo, New York, after World War II. And people would come and pray and ask special gifts and blah, 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 leave things for the Virgin Mary. And the grandkids now, one of them has decided she's going to be an actress. She wants to write a one-person show showcasing her life story. And part of that was some truth that her grandmother told her on her deathbed. So the wife of the man who built the statue. And that truth, if it actually is true, changes who they think they are. What they have grounded themselves in, even their background. And it's a really, really funny and moving piece.
A big reveal at the end, too, right?
Correct, yes.
So there's a nice twist and surprise ending that we cannot tell anybody about.
That's right. And Steve Scott, from our friend from The Good Men, is directing this one.
Oh, how wonderful. He's going to come back.
Yes.
That's exciting. So, Connie, when you are choosing your season and you're casting, do you first just make calls to certain directors that you like, or is that how you start when you start casting?
We look at the ensemble, and then we look at the piece and where it is in the slot in terms of the year, and weigh lots of different things. But if we decide that it's going to be an outside director, which we think is important for us to do, then we think about who has the right hand for this kind of piece, and find out if they're available or not. And we have just, a plethora. Chicago theater community is a very warm and supportive place to be. So there are lots of people who are our friends.
Good.
So, yeah.
It sounds like such a great season.
It is.
And you can actually subscribe.
Yes.
Right now.
That's right.
Real soon.
That's right.
And if you subscribe, you get 25% off. That's awesome. So subscribe. Do it today. Outside Mullinger will run May 3rd through June 3rd in the Playhouse Theater. For tickets or more information, call the box office at 630-942-4000 or visit atthemac.org. That's all the time we have for today, but be sure to tune in next month for more interviews and conversations about the art scene at the MAC. I'm Diana Martinez, and thanks for watching. We look forward to seeing you at the theater and next time on Backstage Buzz.